So this morning's episode on the Monday morning commute is probably the best day to do this because I was determined to paint a picture of positivity today, but my little girl was awake at various times in the night, and I'm absolutely shattered. So painting that picture of positivity is going to be quite interesting, shall we say. So yeah, this is the Monday morning commute, episode 3. And it's all about running your own business and being a parent. So here we go. Lots and lots of questions from some of my good friends and contacts on LinkedIn and via WhatsApp, all about running a business and being a parent, how to make time for yourself and how do you juggle it all. So here we go. So as I said when I introduced this video, tiredness is a big factor of business when you are a parent. Yeah, I'm shattered. The little one was up at midnight and she was up at 3. Really difficult. It's really difficult to focus and really be as productive as you possibly can be when you're shattered. But it's part of life, unfortunately, so you've got to roll your sleeves up, crack on. So I think that's probably the first thing really, is when you're a parent, if you're a new parent, if you've got a newborn and you've recently become parents, just be prepared to be as tired as you are for the next few years, because it ain't going to get any better. Children provide a hell of a lot of joy in your life, but they're also incredibly tiring. It really is just a case of just cracking on. Like your time is no longer your own, and you just need to suck it up and crack on because you're going to be tired. Just accept that fact. Teamwork is so key. It is so important to work as a team with your partner, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, your boy, whoever it is you're bringing the children up with. Just work hard at getting your routines in sync and co-parent as much as possible, because it's no fun being tired, but if you've got someone to sort of share the load with you, it's worth its weight in gold. So that's probably the second thing that we do that helps. It doesn't solve the tiredness issue, it doesn't solve some of the issues that you encounter, but it does help if you're working from the same page. A few people have reached out to me and said that they're a new parent, they're getting anxious about going back to work and how they're going to juggle the business, being a parent, family life, all of the different roles that you become in addition to being a parent. And that's really difficult because every family dynamic is very different. Every child's very different. So it's really difficult to say, oh, you do this, this and this and it'll all be fine. What you've got to do really is work out what your priorities are, and for me and for most people, like, the priority is going to be the children. So whatever happens in work, if I have to sort of switch off and go into parent mode during the middle of the day, that's what I do. I'm quite fortunate that my wife works at the school that my daughter's nursery is attached to, so she's very close to my little girl at all times during the week. So during the week, if there's anything that goes awry with the little one, Sarah, my wife, deals with it because she's so close. So that allows me to focus on the business. But if something happened and I was summoned during the day and I had to deal with something, that it's serious. So it's very easy to sort of put the business to one side and focus on the most important thing. So really, the only way you can deal with that anxiety is saying, deal with what you have to deal with when you need to deal with it, but make that priority the child or the children. And that's pretty much all I can say on that, really. You just have to work it out for a combination of, prioritising the children and good teamwork. That it does in time. You'll feel your way through and you'll work out your systems and your routines, and that should see you right. Another question that I've been asked quite a lot is how do you make time for yourself? Because when you're juggling so many different things and spinning loads of plates, you know, plates of parenting and running the business, dealing with clients, like trying to remember to be a husband or a boyfriend, who and having that time with your partner, is when do you do the things that you enjoy doing? And this is an area that I've not been very good at in recent times because of various things that sort of come into play. But the only way I can do the things that I really enjoy is by really focusing on making that time available to myself. So what I was doing a lot last year is waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'd be out of the house at 5:15 and started to train in the gym at 5:30 in the morning, and I'd be done by 6:30, 7:15. And that time in the morning was really precious to me, and it helped me sort of have a bit of time to myself to think about what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. Great bit of exercise to get the sort of body awake, the mind awake, and it was brilliant. Lockdown, I'm not going to lie, it's been really tough for me from an exercise point of view. I've slipped out of my routine, my diet's gone a bit shit. It's been tough, but I'm aware of it, and I'm working hard to try and get my sleep patterns better, because as soon as I'm getting better quality sleep, I know I'll be able to get up early again and I'll click back into gear and get back on it. But that would be my advice, is make the time. So wherever your day has some time available where you can make that time, own it for yourself, that's really key. A lot of the time that will be probably quite early in the morning, because your working hours are dictated by clients, and in your evenings you're going to be spending with the little un or little uns, with your wife, your partner and whatnot. So that early morning block is probably going to be quite key for a lot of people. So that's how I do it, but for other people it might be the other way around. It might be evenings that they feel more energized to do their own thing. But you've got to find that time and own it. So we've all got 24 hours in the day. Time is a massive leveler. So find your hour, your 2 hours, however long it is, and really sort of embrace that time. Remember, 1 hour of your day is 4% of your day. So we should all be able to find 4% of our day to do what we enjoy the most. So that's how I try to do it, and we'll be going back to doing it very soon, hopefully. So a big one for me as well is to have a good support network of friends around you with kids of a similar age. If you can find that sort of group and start to rely on them, and them to rely on you, it can be really good, because you can share your stresses and strains of working for yourself and bringing up children, and you can also allow the kids to become friends, and you can allow the kids to go off and be kids together, because that gives them a bit of socialisation time, and it gives you as adults a bit of time to kick back and just not be sort of switched on to parenting all the time. So that's key for me. We're trying to do that at the minute, because we've just relocated, but we're in lockdown, so it's been difficult for us. But we're very fortunate. Our next door neighbours have got kids of a similar age, so it's been quite nice, before lockdown, watching the kids sort of play in the gardens together. So we're looking to try and embrace that as much as we can, really, going forward, because it's good for the little ones and it's good for you as well. Our neighbours also do run a business themselves, so it's there are a lot of similarities and parallels in our lives. So we're trying to sort of tap into that, and get some friends, and build a bit of a sort of friendship network for the kids as well. So that's something we're looking to do more of, and I would probably try and recommend anyone with children or new parents to sort of look at that and see what sort of friendship groups that they can start to grow. So there you have it. There's sort of 5 areas that I've touched on there. As a parent, it's difficult running your own business, and there isn't really an answer that you can give to say, oh, this is how you do this and that's how you do that, and your life will be fine, because as I've said earlier on in the video, every family dynamic is different, every child is different, and every couple are different. You know, we've all got our own shit going on at the end of the day. So it's important that you sort of realise and recognise that there isn't a manual for doing this. You've just got to sort of work it out. But you know, it doesn't matter like what the challenges are. If you work hard as a team, get your priorities straight, you'll overcome pretty much everything that's thrown at you. Parenting's difficult, but it's also the most rewarding job in the world, and I wouldn't change it for a thing. And I can't actually remember like what life was like without my little girl. Before, when it was, you know, you're young, free and single, it's great, you know, or you know, young, free and coupled up, it's great. But when children come in and become part of the equation, it's incredibly fulfilling. So for me, yeah, I'm very, very happy with my life. It's like children just really do sort of put, you know, the cherry on the cake, as it were. But if anyone wants to sort of discuss in more detail, I'm all ears, because if anyone's got any sort of like little tips and tricks, you know, please do share them, because we're all in the same boat when it comes to parenting. We've all got challenges. You know, outwardly it may look that we're doing quite well and we've got all of our, you know, ducks in a row and things are going well, but I guarantee every single family, every single parent will have a challenge that you don't see, and you know, you might have conquered that challenge that you might be able to help them with. So, you know, don't ever sort of like think that, look at, you know, the perfect sort of next catalogue family, you know, that there will be something that's sort of doing their nut and, you know, they're struggling with, because children just throw curveballs left, right and centre. They're brilliant, but they are difficult as well. You know, it is hard, but yeah, that would be my thing. You know, don't look at other people and think they've got it nailed on, because I guarantee that there'll be something that you know isn't perfect for them. So yeah, I hope this video has been of use. I hope I've not rambled on too long, but as I said just now, please, if you've got any tips or tricks, whack them in the comments below, and you know, let's start a discussion. And if anybody else has got any topics that they would like me to discuss and open up the floor for discussion, please get in touch, or email me at gareth@designpit.co.uk, or inbox me on LinkedIn. And yeah, we'll see if we can get them built into the schedule. But we've got lots coming up next week, so like, just keep watching, keep tuning in, keep sharing the content. That'd be great, and maybe we can look at making this a podcast one day, who knows. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone.